Nnamdi Kanu, you are nothing more than an anarchist. Presidency blasts Sowore and Atiku. The presidency has slammed the African Action Congress AAC 2023 presidential candidates Omoyele Sowore and the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar over the proposed protest at Aso Rock to demand the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian news report that Kanu had been in custody of the DSS. Okay, so where's the rest? Now for people. As Guest 377 says, Sky rogue politicians have taken Nigeria 100 years backward just because of 4 or 8 years. As Famous says, Almighty God will surely release thunder on full generation. Amen. Shameless, moronic, political slave boy. Okay. At John is a good Zoa says, if Nigeria no get oil, this country could have long been divided. Now oil they hold this country because money to maintain Abuja and other non-oil states will not be available if Nigeria is divided. By the time those holding Nnamdi Kanu begin to buy one by one, he'll be released. On 20th October, the very foundation of Nigeria shall be shaken. Anthony says, how can there be anarchists? Presidential pardon is for anarchists. Oh. Hey, Asina says, thank God man no be God. Oh, that's your own opinion. Time will tell. Godwin Kalu says, and what will you call yourself if Kanu is an anarchist? Because Igbos are slaves in Nigeria. If you were Igbo man, will you come out to say this? Tomago said, for sure, Nnamdi Kanu has caused more deaths of Igbos than even any group. When Owazuike was the leader of Biafran agitation, we didn't have criminals take over Igbo land. But Nnamdi Kanu recruited criminals in his camp and they started kidnapping, buying and destroying Igbo villages that all were part of Anambra became no-go area. His boys destroyed police stations, prison yards, and freed criminals that now terrorize Igbo land. Are you sure what you are saying? Yusuf Lalo says he has been contracted by foreign forces to destroy Nigeria in the name of activists. Who is this one? Thunder will destroy all of them one after the other. Who has been contracted by foreign forces? Nnamdi Kanu. You don't even know what you're saying. Udona says, as presidency blast Atiku and Sowore, now so God of thunder go blast the presidency. It is well. Liberty says, everyone holding MNK will suffer. Tom Speed says, look at demons calling angels Satan. The presidency are the real anarchist, wicked government. Chucky Rock says, Buhari will cause the problem, don't buy you. The faces of the true enemies are now being revealed. Shebi they were all pretending, saying that Buhari no gree release them. Abi, Nigeria, witchcraft country, you can never separate poverty from witchcraft. If you like, borrow all the money in the World Bank. Poverty would they smell like dead rat everywhere. Raymond says, oh yeah now, buy him now, make person rest. Leave him, you say no. Useless Nigeria terrorists and criminal presidency, Momo leaders, Barawos, okay now. Uze Mori says, them no God, okay? Trust All says, how do you want to destroy the government when it's asking for the freedom of his people? Mr. President, think well before you talk. Ambrose Madu says, if the presidency is saying so, it means the presidency is nothing than military government, full of dictatorship and human rights abuses. Let them not risk themselves into sanctions to the world. Organ Nanyurim says, I know the pharaohs we have here will not like the people of God to go until they face the plagues like the Egyptian faced those days from God. Yes, so until God start attacking their family members one after the other. Remigio says, all you that are against Nnamdi Kanu were a child of illegitimate birth, period. That was what my computer test brought out as your problem. What was this one saying? Onyebuchi says, the anarchist we know is our recent leader. I won't be surprised if it is Barry Onanuga that actually made that statement that Sowore is an anarchist or somebody is an anarchist. He's the one that has the tendency to say that. Peterson Georgia says, then the time bomb is ticking clockwise. Nobody knows the time because your reliance may fail due to public charge by entire youth. Clement Alakoloko says, government should arrest anyone that participates in the protest, including Atiku if they get himself involved. You know, okay. Go and arrest them now. John Onu says, without stress, they granted the main terrorist amnesty and integrated them into government agencies. Even till now, they are negotiating with bandits, with terrorists. But it is Nnamdi Kanu that people draw the line. So I don't understand. but are bent on keeping Kanu, who have done far less than the people that maimed and took lives, yet were pardoned. Nigeria is a joke. Yes, it is a joke. It is a joke. Ogunduyile says, OGI appealed to the FG to release Kanu. If you are bent to release him, as you are leaving the throne, you're walking towards your grave. Where is the person that puts him there? So you two will follow and it will not be long. So if you want to live long, release him. A word is enough for the wise. Ebere says, a visionless and directionless and confused government want to generate unnecessary controversy and conflict to divert attention from their failure in governance. They cause mass hunger and economic disaster in Nigeria, and they don't know how to solve the problems they created. They weigh out their devices to use Nnamdi Kanu to divert public attention from their failure. They stole the presidency they cannot manage. Let somebody tell them that Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of Nigeria. Of course, they know that. They know that. Ebere says, the allegation of terrorism has failed. It is now anarchist. Nnamdi Kanu is not an anarchist to Sowore and Atiku. He's not from the southeast. He's not to the southeast, where he was supposedly a problem. He is even considered a hero by southeasterners, and the UN recognized him. So those in whose opinion he is an anarchist must be some kind of idiots. Let them go to court and prove that anarchism, since terrorism has failed in court, miseducated fools, don't mind them. Okoedion says, look at all these fools. You cannot use force on federal government. The only thing is to beg the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. That is all. Cyprian Oyoke Eze says, if Mr. President Bola Tinubu locked up his heart over ongoing calls to release Nnamdi Kanu from detention, that means inviting international community to intervene, which could result splitting Nigeria. Eyo Inyang says, Nigeria is an evil forest. Kenneth says, Elder, I have said it. Nigeria government and their organs, Britain and politicians, you are the buyers of innocent Nigerians. No two ways about that. What I continue telling you, buyers of innocent Nigerians, is that there is time for everything. That is all. If not, politicians and their organs, Britain, people have offended God 1 million times. Fools are 65. Alu. MCB Boya says, we will set the country ablaze if anything should happen to Kanu. Okay, Bashadam says, MK must face his case. The problem that guy caused should not be thrown under the carpet. What problem did he cause? I need to know. What problem did he cause? Emily White says, we have seen the moment medical reports confirms that Nnamdi Kanu's health is no more fit for the trial. This federal government does not have what it takes to challenge it. Now we can see that Nnamdi Kanu is still ahead of this case. Nnamdi Kanu is winning it good. And listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.